Now we will take a look at widgets, and essentially what widgets are additional areas outside of our main content area, such as on our poster page, and it allows us to put additional content or functionality in these areas. Now, the most popular areas for widgets are the sidebar, so there's recent posts, recent comments, archives. Categories are in fact widgets, and the footer area is another popular area for widgets, and sometimes you can find widgets in our header area, and it really does depend on the theme that you are using, or sometimes a plugin can add additional widget areas. Now, to change this, just go back to our admin area, go to appearance and select widgets, and on the left hand side we will see a list of the available widgets, and on the right hand side you'll see the areas where you can put these widgets. So if you remember, on our main site we had our search function, or recent posts, recent comments, archives, categories, and metadata. Okay, so this particular theme has 1, 2, 3 areas that we can place widgets: the primary sidebar, content sidebar, and the footer widget area. Now, to add a widget to any of these areas, we can simply drag the widget from the available widget section and drop it in the area where we want the widget to go. And once we do that, we will see some additional options depending on the widget to customize that widget, such as we can add a title, and in this case for the calendar that's basically all that we can do. And then we would save it, and we can close that. And to just edit the settings of any of these widgets, just simply select this drop down arrow, and you, of course, you see the option to delete the widget, so you can remove the widget from the area. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to delete this widget. I am going to remove the archives widget, the metadata widget, the categories widget, and I want to add a custom menu widget. And the popular widgets will appear here are your archives, your calendar, your custom menu, pages, and they're pretty self-explanatory, and they have a bit of blurb below them to tell you what it's about. And these are default, they come with pretty much every theme that you have, but some themes will have additional widget options, and depending on some of the plugins that you may have installed, you will see additional widgets or options for your widgets. Okay, and like I said, a description will be displayed below these widgets. And another way that you can add a widget, let me just say that, is to click on the widget, because sometimes dragging and dropping the widget into your widget area, for example, let me cancel this. If you had a long list of widgets and you're at the very bottom here, and you have to drag this widget, and you have to scroll up to the top to find, say, this widget area, then it can be sort of a pain. So if you click on the widget, then you will just see an option as to where you can put the widget. So for example, if I wanted to put a custom menu in the footer widget area, then I just hover over it, select it, and then add widget, and the widget would go inside that area, and then I could just go in, select the menu, in this case I only have one menu, so I just save there. And to change the order of your widgets, you can just simply hover over it until you see this icon appear that looks like a cross, and you can just drag and drop, and that's really how easy it is to change around the order of your widgets. And at the very bottom you'll see an area that says inactive widgets. Now widgets will appear here if you put them there for one. So for example, if you have a particular widget that you have configured and you don't want to use it, you can place it in your inactive widget, but you don't necessarily want to delete it because you may want to use it in the future. So you can put it under inactive widgets. Also, sometimes widgets will appear in the inactive widgets area if, for example, you change your theme and the new theme doesn't have a sidebar or widget area similar to the previous theme, and so WordPress doesn't know exactly where to put the widget based on the old configurations into your new theme. So it may just place those widgets in the inactive widgets. So the last thing is just to save, and then we can go over to our site and we can look at the changes. So if we just refresh our site, and you will see that our metadata has been removed, and we have added our custom menu on the left sidebar as well as in the footer area. Now, of course, this doesn't look as nice as I'd want it to, but it's just something for you to test out and drag and drop and chop and change until you're satisfied with how these widgets are displayed on your site. Okay, so in this video I'm going to cover how we can change the theme on our website. And basically themes control the overall look, the appearance of our website, and so the header, the sidebars, the graphics, all these things, the fonts, and some themes add additional functionality to your site, and it's quite easy to change it. So if we go back to our dashboard, and to do this, to change it, we go to Appearance and Themes, and there are a couple of ways that we can change our theme. Now, we select Add New, and we basically have some settings here as a search function, and this applies to the WordPress repository. Now, at wordpress.org there are thousands, literally thousands, of themes that are available for free for you to download. So you can, if you know the name of the theme that you're looking for, or a specific, say if you're looking for a theme that is responsive, you could type that there. And also you can filter out the search results by looking for themes with specific colors, number of columns, layout, features, subject. Okay, so, and you can also go ahead and check the featured themes, and you can look at themes based on the newest themes, or themes that have been recently updated. Okay, so if I'm just going to go to the newest, and All the themes that you will select from this repository are open source, GPL, under a GPL license, so you are free to use them and do basically whatever you want with them. And this is one of the safest places to get themes. Unfortunately, there are people out there who give away free themes with the intention of adding malicious code, viruses, etc. to your site. But all the themes that have been uploaded to the WordPress repository have been checked, and they have to go through a rigorous, set of qualifications before they can get there. So you can feel pretty safe downloading themes from there. So just keep in mind that if you go and say you search in Google and you look for free themes, that you have to be very careful as to who you get these themes from. Just ensure that they're a trusted theme developer, and you're not putting malicious code on your website. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a random theme here just to show you what it would look like, and you'll just get kind of a preview here of what the theme will look like on your site. And you can just select install. And then you have the option to look at a live preview with your current content. And you also have, and this is something that we can look at into more detail. To customize your site, you can just very quickly from here to change some of this information that we saw in our settings, and our navigation. So you could change the menu that you use if you had more than one custom menu, and your static front page, etc. Okay, now we can just activate this theme, and if we go back to our home page and we refresh, then we will see that the look and feel of our site has totally changed. And that's how easy it is to install a theme from the repository. In the next video, I'll show you how you can also install a theme from zip files. And this, of course, is if you purchase a theme, or even if you get a free theme and you download it, then I'll show you how you can do this as well.